Dear student, it's me AY Mannur. I am here to discuss a concept called working capital, usually question raised from your examination point of view, that is required working capital. Okay. Before that, just I need to say some suggestion about a very dangerous virus called COVID-19. Yes, I suggest you people be safe and clean and wash your hands. Wash your hands again and again and hard and hard. Okay. Keep your surroundings clean and stay at home. Be safe and suggest others your friends too. Okay, here without wasting of your time, let's discuss about working capital, and the very important question is going to arise in your exam and is very easy to solve and get a good marks for your exam. Okay, let's start the concept called working capital. Okay, here working capital means is the amount of funds used for financing the day-to-day operations or activities. Okay, working capital is nothing but the amount of funds which we are going to use for financing of the day-to-day operations in our activities of business. Like whatever the funds we are going to use as a financing means it's an amount which we are going to invest the money in various sources of finance. Okay, that is called our working capital amount. Okay, the funds which is invested in current assets like stock of materials, work in progress, investments, bills receivables, sundry debtors, bank balance, etc. Okay, these are the current assets sources where we are going to invest our funds or amount of capital. Okay, that we are going to meet our daily activities of our business organization. Means our business is not has like waiting or starting after in a one day or the twice after, like that. No, this is a continuous process. No, so for that we need a daily routine of work, of cash. So for that we are going to invest our money or raising the funds from the these current assets, funds. Okay, working capital also known as short term capital. Okay, short term means within a 1 year of a period which we are going to invest our funds. Okay, the formula for that working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Like always the assets is excess, the amount of working capital is excess of current assets over the current liabilities. Okay, means the amount of capital of current assets, it should not be less than the current liabilities. That is our current working capital. Okay, this is the meaning of working capital. Then pro forma to find out required working capital. Okay, required working capital, the pro forma of required working capital. Yes, means to required of a capital, what are the process we need to follow. Okay, this is a pro forma. Yes, we can go through the pro forma here. Particulars, yeah, it's not clear, I think. Now it's clear. I think it's not coming clear. Yes, it's fine. Okay, working capital. First, current assets, particular amounts, current assets, and that opening inventories, beginning stage, raw materials, finished goods, work in progress. Okay, taking the inner column amount to the outer column. Yes. Then debtors based on credit sales, means the debtors means credit sales to the whom the debtors has taken, or they which we have assets on them, means credit, we are going to sell goods on the basis for the debtors or the credit, say credit base or whatever the base we are going to give the sales. Okay, that should be like example inland sales and foreign sales. Okay, inland sales means within a boundary of our domestic country, foreign means out of the domestic country, that is our outer column amount. Prepaid expenses or the advances paid. Okay, these are the assets for us. Like prepaid means advance paid. In prepaid, before receiving any ordered or demanded quantities, beginning stage we paid to them, that is also called as our assets. Cash balance, whatever the left of the cash in our hand, that is our assets. Okay, these are total all our assets. Okay, this is our total assets. Now next one, next less of all the liabilities, current liabilities, credit based on credit purchase means whatever the transaction we have done on the credit base, that is called our liability, means we have to pay the money to the creditors. Okay, that is called the purchase which we have done on the credit base, that is our liability. Advance received from debtors. Okay, whatever the amount we have received from the debtors, that is also our one of the responsibility to pay back our money to the debtors, that is also our one of the liability. Then wages, we need to give the worked amount, the contribution which the employees or the labor which labor is provided to our service, that for them we have to pay money, that is also our one of the liability. Then manufacturing expenses. Okay, whatever the production cost, okay, and the person who has done the production process, for him we have to give a money, that is also our liability. Without paying production amount, then who are ready to pay produce our goods for our making of business process or the run of our business? So we, that is all of our liabilities. Okay, making a less from the all the total assets and current assets minus of the current liabilities, then our working capital amount is here. Okay, then add contingencies if specified. Okay, any company specifies only. Okay, like contingencies means it is an perhaps cases, or perhaps things are going to happen or yet to happen, it may happen, we are not going to predict it. Sometimes it may come or may not included into our activities, so that is our contingencies. After making add of contingency, then we'll get the required working capital. Okay, this is required working capital. Okay, this is total for pro forma of required working capital. Yes, let's start with an example. The question is raised or usually asked in your exam, that is which I taken or which I have gone through. Yes, here is a question. Yes, here is the question. Darkness. Yes, just I'll read it, because the problem of this yes, it's clear. The board of directors of Shashi Engineering Limited request you to advise them the average amount of working capital required in the first year's working. You are given the following estimates and are instructed to add 10% to your computed figure to allow for contingencies. Okay, this is our question. They gave 10, they specified that 10% to your computed figure to allow for contingencies. Contingencies means perhaps things happened. Okay, yes, here is the question. Here is the question. Yes, here is the question. Amount blocked up for sales. Okay, that is beginning stage. Stock of finished goods, finished product is 7,000. Stock of store materials is 10,000. Then average credit given. Average credit given. Inland sales 6 weeks credit 2,08,000. Export sales. Okay, export sales means foreign. 1.5 weeks. 1.5 weeks. This is 1.5 weeks. Okay, 1.5 week credit 78,000. Okay, they gave a credit for 1.5 weeks and 6 months in domestic and the foreign. Then lag in payment of wages and other outgoing. Okay, wages 2 weeks outside means paid liabilities. These are 2 week of wages. How much? 2,60,000 it is. Okay, just to make a correction there, 2,60,000, that is 2,60,000. Stock of materials etc. 1.5 month, that is 48,000. Rent, royalties etc. 6 months, that is 10,000. Clerical or staff half month. Okay, that is 0.5 month, 62,400. Manager salary half month 4,800. Miscellaneous expenses half month, that is 48,000. Payment in advance, that is 8,000. Undrawn profit on average throughout the year, that is 13,000. Here the additional information that undrawn profit on the average throughout the year, that cannot be included in our calculation of working capital.